question is this the area that I will be working in? You can't see the yellow bloom, so I guess I'll angle it down a little more. See the yellow blooms in the little... I have no idea. See some of them. See if I can get in the frame. I'm stepping on my other 3 new ones that are coming in. Like I said, they come in when they want to. That's good. Can you see this? No? I guess if I clear out. Now you can see it. There's 3 nice bright yellowish orange blooms going on right now. And I raised them up on the brick so that they wouldn't get rained out. So this is just one of the plants that's going on right now. Let's see how that goes. Hopefully it's perfect. It'll be nice to be blessed to have some more vegetables. And basically today I'm just pulling a bunch of things that I don't want. Weeds, invasive species, things that are hardier than my vegetation. So, and I've been working to pull it up, to do it all manually. So I'm not using any chemicals. So it's a daily thing, one of my morning rituals, so to speak. Anything when it goes out, I just kind of let it go. I figure it's this time so they can catch it, you know? So, do it while it's early. Some of the vines are hardier than others. And they do this runner thing. So, pulling those is always an ongoing task. I'm just trying to make some headway to get back on track. I have where I see myself in my mind, and then setting goals to work towards that. As time in life and experience and energy allow, just keep pushing forward towards it. So everything by hand. And since it's cool enough and there's shade, I don't have a migraine, I don't have a headache or anything along those lines, which or sinus, anything going on. So I figured I might as well get out here and get on it a little bit. See, just that little bit of tugging is a nice little yield. And some of the stuff that my husband and my son cut down, I'll need to get out of the way. I don't know if you see all that brown. That's from them cutting down. And I'll get rid of those sometime this weekend, Lord willing. So today is strictly just on the what I don't want to interfere with the growth. And I like being in the dirt most of the time. When I'm not feeling it, but I want to do the job, just throw on a pair of gloves. It's just that simple, you know? That's how Precious does it. And occasionally, when I refer to myself in the third person, I'll think back to high school when I met the first person that I encountered that did that, and I found it so odd. And later, I found it to be sometimes freeing, just getting those thoughts out, not being hampered by that personal, I don't want to call it a burden, but just sometimes when I do a third person expression, referring to myself in the third person, it's very freeing. Oh, found part of a raised planter, and hopefully I'll get around to, if he doesn't decide to set that up, I'll set that up. And I have a small area that I started doing D.A.M.O.N in, like strictly not just for the purpose of fighting off the weeds, which D.A.M.O.N radishes I found is really, really good for. So, the way I typically do, I'll probably take a couple breaks just as my energy level allows. And, you know, do it back and forth for maybe as long as the sun keeps out of my way, so to speak. Well, not that it's in my way. There's a lot of it back here. And there's some other weeds that we didn't have when we first purchased the house. And we're trying to really take over. I guess the past maybe, I don't know, I want to say 4 years. And I'll show you those in the next video when I do, probably this evening, because I'm starting to get hot. So I say do what you can while you can. And I think I'm going to put this in the bag for wilting and disposal. How about that? I think that was a pretty good haul, just for under 10 minutes. I planted a bunch of wild grass because where we live there's a lot of rain runoff, and the grass was in certain areas was having a hard time taking hold. And I was told at one of my stores that I serviced that this was a good cross section of grass and it would do really well. That was about 3 years ago. No, two, maybe 3 years ago. And now it's really started to take hold, but it's taking hold in the garden area while I'm growing vegetation. So I transplanted some of that, and it's still growing like mad. So I think I'll continue to do that as long as that method works. So we'll see how it works out. This is Precious, the Untitled Poet Patterson, signing off for Saturday morning. I'll see you back here later, maybe.